Hi guys, welcome to part 5 of my ultimate guide to tiered link building. In the last video we set up tiers 2 and 3 to post forever. In this video I'm going to show you how to export and organize all of your links, how to get every single link you have created indexed on autopilot, and most importantly, how to send the search spiders ripping through the millions of unique paths that lead to your site. Now, if you remember from the last video, we created this link tracker spreadsheet and I created some additional tabs here. What we need to do is populate these tabs with the tier 2 and 3 links, and in the case of Link Wheel Bandit, the tier 4 links that we've created. And then once we've got that list together, we can move on to getting them all indexed and things like that. So first of all, let's jump over into Link Wheel Bandit. So exporting the reports in Link Wheel Bandit is really easy. You just click Tools, Generate Report, and that gives us this window here, and then we can select our link wheel that we want to export the report from. We can select date ranges. I always go for the beginning of time to make sure we get all of the links here. In options we can select which tiers we're going to export. Remember, this is actually tier 2, this is tier 3, and this is tier 4 because we built the link wheels out to our tier 1 links. So you will need to, in order, do tier 1 posted article URLs, and we'll save that as tier 1. And this is going to say there's no data for my options because I didn't actually build this link wheel out, but yours will actually export a list of URLs. So you just need to go through and do a report for each of the tiers, as so, generate report. Again, yours will actually export some data here, and then tier 3 and generate report here. Okay. So if you come to see Link Wheel Bandit reports here, you'll get the text files of your reports. You should have 3 here, tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. So what I need to do is open this up and select it all and come to our Excel spreadsheet. And remember, tier 1 in Link Wheel Bandit is actually tier 2. Paste them in here, and then you'll want to go through and do the same for the tier 2 text file goes on the tier 3 tab, and the tier 3 text file goes on the tier 4 tab. So I'm just going to paste in some dummy content here just to show you how it all pieces together. Just before I show you how to export the URLs from GSA, I just wanted to show you the value in Capture Sniper since my last tutorial. Last time the total solved was around 100,000, and since then it's done another 86,000 capture solves for me. That's an immense number, and would have cost about the same cost of Capture Sniper to solve, and that is in just a week's time. So again, I highly recommend Capture Sniper. It is essential for posting out en masse with GSA. So just make sure you pick it up. It will save you a lot of money in the long run. So let's just minimize that. Exporting our tier 2 links first. Here is the project we created last time. I didn't let it run for very long, just enough to build a few links, so I can export them and show you how this works. So if we just right click on the project, show URLs, verified, and then in this window here, click and press Ctrl and A to select all, right click, copy URL, come to our spreadsheet and paste it down into the tier 2 tab here. And then we just need to come back into GSA and find our tier 3 project, and the same process again. Right click, show URLs, verified, select all, right click, copy URLs, and then just onto tier 3 of our spreadsheet, drop them in there, and then at this point you want to be saving a copy of all of your exported URLs. Now we just need to export all these URLs into their own individual text files. So to do that, select all of the tier 1 links, come into your text editor, paste them, save, tier1.txt, and then the tier 2 tab, and we'll come up to the top here, select them all, and tier 2.txt, and then come here into tier 3 links, save as tier3.txt, and then here your tier 4 links. Again, these were just sample ones. I've tweaked all the URLs, so none of these actually are live URLs, and your list will be an awful lot longer here. So copy these, come across tier4.text, and now we can cross-reference all of these text files against each other in Scrapebox to make sure that all of the links are still alive and none have been deleted before we move on to the next step of getting them all indexed and boosted even further. So in Scrapebox, the first thing that we're going to do is make sure that all of our tier 2 links are still live and active and linking to our tier 1 links. So to do that, we are going to use a check links function. In the websites field here, we are going to load our list of tier 1 URLs. In the blogs list here, we're going to load our list of tier 2 URLs and then click on check links. And what that will do is, this is a list of our tier 2 links here, and it will check each of these and see if they're linking to any of our 200 tier 1 links. Now this tier 2 list has only 62 URLs in here, but your tier 2 list is going to be much bigger. So once you've got that loaded in like this, just click start, and I'm going to pause the video and resume it when it's finished. Okay, that's finished, so we just need to go to export links found, and we're going to call this tier 2 found and press save. Then we can close this. Next, in this field here, we need to open our tier 2 links, and this time down here we're going to open tier 3 and click check links again, and this time this is a list of our tier 3 links, and it's going to check each of these to see if they link to any of our 62 tier 2 links down here. So again, click start. I'm going to pause the video. I'll be back when it's done. Okay, that's done. So again, export links found, and this one's tier 3 found, and click save and close. And we just need to do it once more, this time in here a list of our tier 3 links, and in here a list of our tier 4 links. Click check links, press start, and I'll resume the video when that's done. Okay, that's done. You can see that it only found 7 entries here. This is because I didn't actually build out the full campaign and build all of the tiers in Link Wheel Bandit and GSA. I just let it build a couple of URLs before I stopped it. This is purely for demonstration purposes. So again, that's why you're not seeing all the URLs. You'll have a much bigger list here when you're doing this final check. Well, anyway, export links found, and that is tier 4 found. Okay. If we come back over to our link tracker spreadsheet, we can actually go through and delete everything out of tier 2, 3, and 4. And then what we need to do is open our tier 2 found, tier 3 found, and tier 4 found files that we've just created, and then copy those into the relevant tabs. And once you've done that, what you will now have is a nice organized spreadsheet of all your live links split into tiers. This will be really handy moving forward. So make sure you get everything organized like this, and now we can start indexing everything up and sending all the search spiders through all of these links to eventually find our site. Just before we move on to the next step, I wanted to show you a bit of software called InSpider Backlink Monitor. I've only just started playing with it properly. I don't actually use it as part of my main process yet, but it's a really nice way of managing a tiered link building campaign. Now, the process I've just shown you in Excel, while it works, it is a bit of a ball ache and it does take a bit of time to put together. But with InSpider Backlink Monitor, you can just set up a project and paste all of your backlinks into this one box, and that's all of your tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's no need to separate them out in any way, just one big long list of all the links that you've built in your campaign. Once you've done that, you can just hit go here, and it goes out and checks various things for each page. If the page is the link's still alive, how many outbound links there are, if the link's no follow, the domain page rank, the page rank, whether it's indexed in Google, the anchor text, and the IP address. And when the run's completed, if you come over to this link hierarchy tab, you can see here earlier on, I think in video 3, I created bookmark links to google.co.uk and the rest of the links to yourdomain.com as examples. But you can actually see here, we can double click here, and this is our money site URL. These are all tier 1 links. This is a tier 2 link pointing to the tier 1 link, and we can see another example there, tier 2 link pointing to the tier 1 link. And if we just open this one up here, here again, we've got a tier 2 link pointing to our tier 1 link. If you'd have done the campaigns properly, oh, here we go. So here we've got a tier 2 link, tier 3 link, and all the additional tiers under that. And if I'd have built this campaign out fully, there'd be a lot more here for you to see, but this is a really nice way of organising your tiered link building campaigns. It automatically puts a link hierarchy and this structure together, so you can easily see exactly what's going on, the PR, the links, whether things are indexed or not. And then as you build new links for your campaign, all you actually need to do is paste them into this box, click go again, and it will go out and update all of this and pull in all the new data for your backlinks and recreate the link hierarchy and things like that. There's also the selection tool here, so you can select links based on criteria. You can say, I just want the tier 1 links that are not indexed, or you might want just the tier 3 links that are not indexed, and you can see this supports up to 10 tiers of links, which is far beyond anything I'm ever going to build. But I just wanted to show you this tool. It's not something I'm using heavily right now. I've only just started testing it properly this last week or two, and it might be a better solution for some people out there. So I just wanted to go over that and show you how it all works. So let's take a look at how we're going to index everything up. It is really important that we get all of the tiered links that we've created indexed in Google. We also need to make sure we send the search spiders on a path of discovery throughout the tiers. And as the spiders move through the tiers, they're going to discover millions of unique and relevant paths to find your money site. The way we're going to do that is by building more backlinks. Obviously, this is tiered link building, and the best way to index anything is to build more links to it. But there's a clever way to go about it. We're only going to build links to pages that are already indexed in Google and get regular spider visits already. This means that we don't have to worry about building links to index links, and then we need to build more links to index those links that we've created to index the links above that. If we just build links on pages that are already indexed by Google and get regular spider visits, then it'll index everything underneath it automatically. We don't have to worry about indexing anymore. So there's two ways that we can do this. One is to use auto-approve blog comments, and we can use software like Scrapebox to achieve that quite easily. And the second one is guestbook submissions. Personally, I use Xrummer to do these just because it's much faster. But I appreciate that not everyone's going to be able to afford the costs of Xrummer nor the server that you'll need to run it on. So I'm going to show you how to do it with the Scrapebox Learning Mode poster and also GSA Search Engine Ranker. So you've got two ways to go about doing the guestbook submissions. So just before we jump to Scrapebox, we need to make a master list of our tier 2, 3 and 4 links. So to do that, if you just select all of your tier 2 links and bring them to a new tab here, all of your tier 3 links, and the tier 4 links, which is actually tier 3 from Link Wheel Bandit if you remember correctly, and drag that here. And if we just rename that master list there and give that a save. Next we need to go and get a big long list of related keywords, so let's fire up Scrapebox. And once Scrapebox is open, come to Scrape, Keyword Scraper, and just enter a few of your root keywords into here and hit Scrape. I'm just going to pause the video while that completes. Okay, that's completed, so hit OK, remove duplicates, and we actually need a really long list of related keywords. So take these scraped keywords and we're going to add them to the search box here and hit scrape again, and that will go out and find even more keywords for us. So I'm just going to pause the video. Okay, that's done, and then if we just remove duplicate keywords, transfer results to keyword list, add to main keyword list even, close, and then we'll just save that as keywords. Okay. And what I should have done before with the master list from Excel, if you just take a copy of the master list that we just created and save that as a text file as well, and that can be called websites. Save. So then we just need to generate a list of names and email addresses, and we can do that up here. And I'm just going to generate a couple of thousand names. And we're not actually going to use the names for posting, we're going to use the keywords that we've just saved for posting. So we can actually skip saving the names file and just come across here and generate some emails and save those. Okay. So we can close that, and then we just need to set up the actual comment posting project. Make sure you're using proxies. This is important. In this example, I'm not going to bother, but you should be using proxies here. And setting the project up. For names, we're actually going to select our keywords file. Emails, our emails file. Websites, our websites file, which is a master list of our tier 2, 3, and 4 links. Okay. Your comments file, I have a pre-prepared spun comments file. I'll show you what that looks like quickly. This is something that you should prepare in advance, but it's just a list of generic-y type comments that are suitable for any site. And finally, your blog list, or the target list of sites that we're going to post to. And this is a huge auto-approve list that I've created over time. If you need to create your own auto-approve list, then have a look around some forums and things like that. You can usually find some lists going about. If you spend some time collecting lots of different ones, you can just merge them all into one list. As you can see here, mine's over 180 megabytes in size. I think it's got nearly 3 million entries in it at the moment. But just go around the web, collect your own list, and then make sure you remove any that constantly fail. So open. And that might take a while to load just because of the size of my list. So I'll just pause it while it's having a think. Okay, and once that's loaded, all you need to do is press start posting, and that will go out and start submitting a load of blog comments to your target URLs. And if I just press OK there, and we can see that's working through the list already. So we can just leave this running now in the background, and this will build lots of auto-approved blog comment links to our tier 2, 3, and 4 properties. And next we can move over to guestbook submissions. So with guestbook submissions, I normally use Xrummer, but it's pretty expensive and you need a dedicated server or at least a VPS to run it really. So it's probably going to be out of most people's price range. So we're going to look at two different ways that we can post the guest books without the huge cost. The first one is going to be with the Scrapebox learning mode. Now you can install a learning mode in the show available add-ons toolbox, and once you've got that installed, just open it up. And once it's open, you can come across to the Learning tab here. Now, you can pretty much teach Scrapebox any platform you want with the learning mode, and it's really easy to do. So I'm going to teach it the Lazarus guestbook platform here, and I've already got a list of Lazarus guestbooks, as you can see here. So if we go to load URLs from file, and select our list of Lazarus URLs and just open it up, and here it will say detected forms, name equals book. That looks like a guest book form to us, and hit select, and then it's just a case of clicking in these fields and it will come up with a list of variables to assign. So in the name field we're going to want username, okay. The email field, user email, okay. Location, it isn't a required field, so we can skip that. Home page, user URL, okay. Your message, comment, okay. And captures, this is a text-based question capture, so we can just click here and it says select the part before the question which will identify the capture, which it's already done for us there. Select the part after the question which will identify the capture, and it's already done that for us there as well. So we can just click OK, and in here we have got a text capture result, and press OK. And once you're happy with those, we can move on to the next URL up here. It's detected the form, select, and as you can see it's already filled out these fields for us based on what we filled out for the last one. So let's just take a look at one more and make sure they are all the same. Oh, that one's got an image-based capture, so we'll skip that. You can't actually mix text and image-based captures in the learning mode. You have to separate them out. So let's try this one instead. That's an image-based one. There we go, another text-based capture. So select, username, user email, user URL, comment, and it's already looking pretty trained to me. Let's just have a double check. This should all be filled out. And that's it. So that is Scrapebox. We've taught it the Lazarus guestbook platform here. You can go through and teach it lots of other different platforms, but once you've done that, you just need to save the learned form data. Lazarus posting config, and hit save. And let's quickly have a look at how we post out to all of these guestbooks. So submitting to the guestbooks is really easy. If we just come across to poster here, and the definition file is a file that we've just saved, the posting config, we open that up and then just fill out the rest of these quickly down here. Name and email and comments. That's it there. And load URL list. This is our list of guest books that we want to target, which is there. And that is pretty much it. So we've taught it the Lazarus guestbook platform, exported that config, loaded it all into the poster here, and then you've just got to click on start posting, and that will go out and submit your link to all of the guestbooks. This is a kind of slow and sluggish way to achieve guestbook posting, as you'll have to go through each guestbook platform and teach it to Scrapebox, which is going to take you a while. and it's a bit of a ball ache managing different lists for different platforms and things like that. There's a much easier way to do it with GSA Search Engine Ranker if you've got it, but if not, Scrapebox you can do it with. So let me show you how to do it with GSA because it's much easier. So if you open GSA and click New, untick everything here except for Guestbook, we want that ticked, and you can see how many different Guestbook platforms are supported there. There's quite a few. So let's fill out this form quickly. Our target URLs, which is our tier 2, 3 and 4 links, and we're going to import our master text list of those URLs, which is here. Our keywords is a comma separated list of keywords, and anchor text is a spun list of our anchor text. Tick these 3 boxes here. For guestbook comment, it comes with some default text inserted there, but I like to use my own custom written and hand spun comments. So if you just grab that, chuck it in there, and also replace a German one, and the guestbook titles you can leave at default. Come across to options. The only thing that you want to untick is that, so that we only post guestbook links, otherwise you end up getting some of the other types coming through. And just here, right click, check all with English language, and click on OK. And this is going to ask us for a name, so I'm going to call it Video Tutorial Guestbook Spam, and hit OK. And as you can see, our project has been created there. Now what GSA will actually do is it will go out and scrape its own target list of guestbooks before it submits to them. What we can actually do is use Scrapebox to scrape a huge list of all the different types of guestbooks, and then import that URL list into GSA, so that this project only has to focus on the submission of our URLs, and it's just a really nice way to speed things up. So underneath this video on my blog, you will find a list of guestbooks that I have previously posted to and used. You can download that and import the target list here for free. But what you should do is use Scrapebox to scrape your own targets. Now, I've included a list of footprints as well underneath this video that you can use for scraping. So let's just head over to Scrapebox and I'll show you how to use those very quickly. One moment. So in Scrapebox, to complete the guestbook scrape, we need 2 files. One is the list of footprints for all of the guestbooks that are supported in GSA. This file you can get underneath this video on my blog. And then we also need the merge list of common words, which I made available in video 2, I believe it was. So with those 2 files in place, here we can import from file, and that's going to be our actual footprints list here. And then if we click the merge button, we can merge that with our merge list, and that creates a nice list of things to go out and scrape for. You will need to use proxies here to complete the scraping process. I'm not going to just for this example. I'm just going to do a very brief harvest here and just see what we can get. So I'm just going to pause the video while that completes. And we've got a couple of thousand results in now, so I'm just going to stop harvesting, remove duplicates, and then just export that URL list as GSA guestbook targets. Now obviously that will take a lot longer for yours to run. There's nearly 10,000 keywords here. You're going to end up with a huge list, but once you've got a list of guestbooks exported, we can head back over to GSA. Once you're in GSA, to import that list of guestbooks, if you just right click on the project, import target URLs from file, and select that target list. And GSA will automatically parse that list and go through and submit to them all as soon as you press start. So let's quickly sum up what we have done in this video. First of all, we learned how to extract and organize all of our tiered backlinks with Scrapebox and a spreadsheet. Don't forget to take a look at InSpider Backlink Monitor as well. Then I showed you how to set up an auto-approve comments blast with Scrapebox. Next, we looked at two different ways to post to guestbooks. One way was with the Scrapebox Learning Mode, and the other was with GSA Search Engine Ranker. And the end result is you now know how to index all of your tiered links, and most importantly, get the attention of the search spiders. All of the comment and guestbook links have been placed on pages that are already indexed in Google, so now all we have to do is wait for Google to find our links and send its spiders through all of the tiers. In the next video, I'm going to reveal my personal advanced tier 1 tactics to help throw you up the rankings in no time at all. You're also going to learn how to automate natural social signals in just a few clicks. And I'm also going to show you how to buy and use new or aged domains in your campaign to create the perfect tier 1 link.
That brings us to the end of this part of the series, so thank you for watching. You've got a couple of options right now. You can either watch the next video in the series or use a tutorial guide on your screen now to select which part you want to watch next. If you have any questions or want more great tutorials like this, then head over to my blog to check out all my posts. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and my blog. See ya!